Animals can touch our hearts and sometimes call us over to the wild side. We have some fun animal stories, a community celebration, and safer streets on this edition of Connected Colorado. Hi everyone, I'm Gary Shapiro. We're here at the Rocky Mountain Arsenal National Wildlife Refuge. It is a pretty cool place and we're going to learn a lot more about it coming up. But first, animals can play a big role in the healing process of humans. Since 1984, there's been a great program in Aurora that has brought lots of joy to both patients and families at Children's Hospital, Colorado.
Yeah, she says hi.
She's praying for him. He has a procedure.
Oh, yeah, she's sending you all the love. No, this is her dream. She literally loves you.
What's your name?
This is Fluffy. Oh, I know. Dogs come in with no preconceived notions. They have no judgments of any situation. And they just come in and are there to love and care and help that patient bring a sense of peace and calmness, and maybe they smile for the first time in 2 weeks.
What kind of dog is she?
She's a Pyrenees Anatolian Shepherd mix. Hi, my name is Brooke, and this is my dog Fluffy, and we are part of the Children's Hospital Prescription Pet Program. We've been doing it for about a year now. She's a love bug, so she loved saying hi to you. Thank you. The program is completely volunteer-based. And our job is to, boost some morale. Dogs are amazing therapy, and so just be able to provide that for anyone in the hospital is really special. My daughter recently had a pretty hard procedure done, and she did have to be awake for it. And the thing that got her through it is I said, you know what, we're gonna get to see a medical dog. And the whole time she's sitting there saying, I'm gonna be so brave so I can see Galaxy. Galaxy is gonna be so proud of me. And just watching this little 4-year-old, have that motivation to see this dog, and she knows that dog is gonna be proud of her, is, unbelievable. And so it's really great to see both sides as a mom and having patients here and just see the magic that a dog can do to the caregivers, the parents, and the kids. And then we get to come and pay that forward and do it to others. And it's truly the best thing in the world. It's the best feeling, and we're so blessed that we're able to do that. Are you trying to hold hands? Okay.
Oh my goodness. Hi.
We're here with Sarah Metzer, who's a park ranger here at the Wildlife Refuge. There is a lot to see out there. Would you give me a tour?
I would love to.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
All right. So Sarah, tell me about the refuge out here.
Yeah, so this is Rocky Mountain Arsenal National Wildlife Refuge, officially established in 1992. We're sitting on just under 16,000 acres here in almost the middle of Denver. We've got mule deer, white-tailed deer, over 300 species of migratory birds that come through in different seasons. And of course we have the bison, which is one of the biggest attractors of folks to the refuge. And then we also have North America's most critically endangered mammal, black-footed ferrets are here too.
Yeah, and lots of birds. I know I've seen birds out here.
Yes, yeah, all the different species that come through. It's fun to be able to see them in different seasons as they're passing through on the flyways, going north or south.
You know, what's really cool about this place is it's 10 minutes from Denver, and so people can come out and just be in the wild 10 minutes from Denver. It's pretty wild.
It's amazing how close to Denver it is, and yet when you get into the interior, it does feel like you're somewhere else, far away. Mm-hmm. The fact that the public has the ability to come out here and enjoy this is such an asset and such an incredible jewel for Denver.
So if somebody wants to come out here, you're open all year round, right?
We are. The only times we're closed are Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. Open every other day, sunrise to sunset.
And you never know what you're gonna see.
Never do. Every day is different out here.
Now over here we can see one of the bison right out the window.
Yes, and I can go back to him. We also have 2 bald eagles that just happen to be right in that tree over there.
Oh, that's so cool.
And eagles are a particularly special species because it's one of the reasons why the arsenal was converted to a wildlife refuge. At the time, the eagles were listed on the Endangered Species Act. They are now delisted. They have successfully recovered, but because of that listing and because they discovered a bunch of them out at the First Creek area here on the refuge, that was another one of those catalysts for being able to successfully convert this into a refuge post-cleanup. All right, eagles, we'll see if they're still there on our way back, but otherwise we will proceed this way, do a little bit more 4-wheel drive.
More bison.
More bison.
I love that.
Yes.
This guy's pretty close.
See if we can get him without disturbing him too much. But
I was going to
yes,
say, it's probably a good thing we're
handsome
in the truck here.
Yes.
People shouldn't get too close, I'm guessing.
No. Yeah, this is a handsome bull right here.
Boy, he's a big fella, that's for sure.
Yes, the males can get up to 2,000 pounds and stand, 6 foot tall, and as slow as and lumbering as they look, when they want to, they can actually be quite agile.
I'll bet they can.
It's gonna itch a little. Those cottonwood trees are great scratching posts, as you can see.
That's awesome. I love that.
I'm gonna come on the other side of the vehicle here, wander over that way, and the rest of the herd is out over there. So, and you see the tails up. That's a "what you doing?" That's kind of an alert, like. And as soon as those tails kind of calm down, you know that they're just like, oh, okay, it's you.
How long has the herd been out here?
Since 2007, there were 16 individuals that were transferred here from National Bison Range. And it's one of the younger herds that's been developed within the Department of Interior's kind of bison recovery program. And so because of that reason, our herd is one of the most genetically diverse herds in the country right now. So what we're seeing now is what bison will do most of their day. They spend up to 11 hours just grazing.
What a life.
Just eating.
Well, they're fun to watch.
They are, yeah. Oh, we've got one that's rolling. Getting a little dust bath there. Oh yeah, that helps kind of with, it's a sunscreen, it's a bug protection, feels nice. We have about 240, 250 right now. Depends on if a couple more calves snuck in there. There's that little wee one that is a little bit more orange in color.
Okay.
That would be one that was born more recently.
Okay.
So would have been born sometime this summer. When they get to be about 3 months, they start to lose kind of that reddish color, the orange reddish color, which gives them the name red dogs.
Oh, really?
So yeah, the calves are called red dogs. Right now they still have some remnants of their summer coats, but they'll grow thicker coats for the winter. Those are the prettiest coats, the really big fuzzy, you see them in a snowstorm covered in snow and they just don't mind. They're so perfectly adapted for being out here for our Colorado winters. Of course, we're seeing some of the bird species that take advantage of the fact that they've got a great buffet of bugs. So they've got a great kind of partnership with some of those birds to be able to get the bugs off their coats. They are perfectly adapted to these short grass prairies.
Sounds like a great life. Hanging around eating all day.
Eating all day.
So the history of this place is really interesting. It didn't start out as a wildlife refuge.
No, it did not. So the original stewards of this land, you had 3 different indigenous tribal nations were out here. And then as European settlers came in, you had a homesteading era. And then ultimately, when the United States entered into World War II, this land became part of the Rocky Mountain Arsenal. It was a true arsenal maintained by the War Department. They were getting the United States ready to enter into World War II, and then later on, the Cold War era. So it truly has that military history as well. But then once the era came where we no longer needed this particular facility to function in that matter, then it was discovered that, you know, we actually need to convert this land and restore it back to what it used to be, what it was previously. And this site is actually one of the very first listed Superfund sites. And so the cleanup and the remedy that happened out here before the Fish and Wildlife took over was kind of one of the catalysts for being able to make it a wildlife refuge.
Yeah, you talked about congressional approval. I mean, the visitor center is named after a pretty famous Colorado congresswoman.
Absolutely. Pat Schroeder was very involved with the effort not only to clean this space up, but to be able to see it become a wildlife refuge, understanding the asset that it would then be to the people of Denver and to the nation. So the Visitor Center is open Wednesday through Sunday from 9 to 4, and we do encourage folks to stop on by, come on in. There's an exhibit area that tells a little bit more of that history of the arsenal, as well as provides a little bit more information about some of the animals and the wildlife they might see. Get you set up for the 11-mile wildlife drive, so you can actually go out and experience that, and it's a great place to start your visit.
So this place is just a few miles from downtown Denver, and it's just such a different world out here. Why is it so important to have places like this?
So one of the really special things about national wildlife refuges is they're public lands that have been set aside specifically for wildlife. And the fact that we get to have that so close to Denver in an urban setting really means that there are millions of people within the Denver metro area that can come out here to enjoy that space that has been set aside for animals. To be able to come out here and enjoy 16,000 acres that you can almost seem like you're not in the city anymore. Seems really special, while at the same time being able to do so much recovery work on some of the bird species, the bison herd. You need a lot of space for that, and people can come do that here. And so it's a unique and special place, and good foresight to what the Denver area would become and why this would be such an important space to preserve.
Special indeed. Yeah. Well, Sarah, it's been a great tour. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yes, it was a great day. It was a pleasure to have you along for the ride.
Thanks. Coming up next, a wonderful yearly celebration continues, Broomfield Days.
Welcome to Broomfield Days. It's a little slice of Americana. It's Christmas, Halloween, and your birthday all wrapped up in one.
Welcome to Midway Park. We are celebrating Broomfield Days. It's one of the most anticipated events of the year, and we're happy to bring everyone together today.
This is a great community event. This is probably one of the most special events we do every year. It brings all the community together. We have a lot of wonderful things that go on. 5K race. If you've never seen the parade come down the street, it's probably one of the most magnificent things. And then we have a ton of vendors here and a great day ahead.
So many people come out to this event. It celebrates the best of Broomfield. Pancake breakfast with the Rotary Club of Broomfield Crossing, Bow Wow Broomfield, the Mayor's Cup 5K race and 1-mile road race, Arts and Crafts Festival. We've got the Broomfield Chamber of Commerce Trade Fair, multiple performances from 3 entertainment stages, our Optimus Clown contest, duck races.
This pancake breakfast has been going on for over 6 decades. People come in here, they buy a plate of food, and they can have all-you-can-eat pancakes, scrambled eggs, and sausage.
Broomfield Days is one of my favorite events of the year because it encompasses everything that's wonderful about living in the city and county of Broomfield. We have wonderful local food, we have arts and crafts and music and performances, and a parade that would rival anything anywhere else. On your marks, get set, go!
This is really cool, super convenient for me. I live one street over, so we're able to walk over from our house this morning. Great atmosphere here, beautiful weather. I could ask for on Broomfield Days.
I'm from Broomfield. I love Broomfield Days, and it's just fun.
We're out here supporting Broomfield. The parade is awesome. It's great to see the kids and everybody who's participating coming together to support the community. There's food, there's friends, there's a lot of awesome cars. One of my favorites. Come check us out. Peace.
Yeah, we think it's amazing. We have a tent over in the vendor area. It's awesome to see everyone out here enjoying, the weather before it starts to get really cold around here.
Amazing turnout, great vendors, great people. Awesome, glad to be here.
Yeah.
This is a huge event. From all of our streets personnel, all of our police department, all the park services staff, all the recreation staff. I mean, we probably have well over 120 people working today at this event just to make it as safe and as pleasant as we can possibly make it and really make it the best event we can for the community.
It's a beautiful day. We have the parade going on. We have booths. Our job today with the police department is to make sure everyone is safe, and we're going to have a wonderful event. Enjoy the vendors that are out here, enjoy the food, and enjoy the company and the community that comes together in Broomfield, which is amazing. So thank you for being here.
I think one of the coolest stories that I hear year after year is how many people come back to Broomfield Days from even out of town. They might live even out of state, and they come back to be part of Broomfield Days. And I think that says how special Broomfield Days is to the Broomfield community.
I love being part of Broomfield Days because it is at the heart of who we are in Broomfield. It is neighborly, people are kind, it's very family oriented. It just shows how many things we have to offer.
I love being part of this event because it brings the best of Broomfield together. It's a chance to celebrate ourselves as a community and the summer season, go into fall on that, bring everyone together for one last time.
And I love being a part of this just because it really does bring this Broomfield community together. It's such a special event. There are just so many people look forward to it every single year, and I think that's what makes it special for all of us to be here and be part of it every year.
Broomfield Days brings together our community in a way that is unbelievable. You see 25,000 people fill up this park. They're gonna eat, they're gonna greet, they're gonna laugh, they're gonna watch an epic parade. I'm telling you, it's what makes Broomfield the town that it is traditions like Broomfield Days.
Coming up next, Broken Shovels Farm Sanctuary near Denver. We're going to take you there and meet a very special turkey that lives there.
Well, hello. My name is Isel. And I'm just your average turkey living in the city amongst the hustle and bustle with my sister Chico and all her goat friends. And several other birds and mammals here at the Broken Shovels Animal Farm Sanctuary. As you can see, I'm an incredibly fashionable and independent lady. I know what I want out of life, and living here at the sanctuary provides me the kind of freedom I need to be myself and to be happy. As you prepare for the upcoming holiday feasts, I would like to show you a day in my life and introduce you to some of my other friends here at the sanctuary.
Isel is really strutting her stuff this morning.
This is my friend Andrea. She takes care of us.
If you know any birds in your life, whether it be parrots or chickens or even just the wild birds that you might feed in your backyard, we know that these animals are super intelligent. One of the things that I love about turkeys is they have this incredible ability to recognize and remember different faces, and not just faces of turkeys. I think that speaks to the emotional depth of turkeys and how important familiar faces are to them. They form strong bonds and they love to be with their familiar friends.
Speaking of friends, there are so many of us that are thankful to be here at Broken Shovels. There is Love and Whirly, who are happily married and only enjoy the company of each other. Gandalf and all of the beautiful water buffaloes. Ducks, cows, dogs, and so many birds and mammals. You can say we are one big happy family, and we have a lot of love for the dedicated staff and volunteers.
The mission of the sanctuary is to be a home for animals who become victims of abuse, neglect, hoarding, slaughter, and then on the second part of that is that we create a safe space for humans to come and have meaningful interactions with those animals.
So, Andrea, what are some challenges we have here at the sanctuary?
Anytime you're taking care of large animals, the challenges are plentiful. The big one is, we're working outdoors all the time, so we're very, very weather dependent. We get everything from drought to blizzard to flood, and that is where a lot of the challenge is. The second challenge is the overwhelming need for rescue, and a lot of people consider that farm animals need rescue just like dogs, cats, and any other animal that can be domesticated and not well taken care of. So we fill a vast role for the state of Colorado in being a quarantine space and home and foster home for farm animals of all different kinds. Every year we turn down about 3,000 animals that are offered for surrender just because we are limited by space and budget. And of course, budget is the third biggest part. We're a nonprofit, so we're constantly fundraising. We are very affected by the upturns and downturns of the economy.
I would love to hear about our human friends.
In order to run this facility, we have 3 full-time on-site staff members who care for the animals 24/7. And then we have about 50 volunteers who are here on a weekly or bi-weekly basis.
How can people help our mission?
We are always in need of financial support. We have, through our website, we have ways that you can sponsor specific animals. You can buy us hay, buy us a bag of feed. You can just donate a general amount to our general fund, and then it makes its way into whatever our biggest needs are.
Well, Andrea, I'm incredibly grateful for you and all the work you do. What are you most grateful for?
Without all of this community, this sort of widespread, far-reaching group of people who support us, none of these animals could be here. The great thing about me getting to be an advocate is the bigger picture is that I let these animals advocate for themselves. Animals don't keep it a secret when they're unhappy or when they're happy. Getting to see a duck splashing around in a pond, getting to see a chicken rolling around and dust bathing and doing what they would do naturally, getting to see goats laying with the best friends that they've had forever. The feeling of gratitude is palpable. Of all these 500 animals here, very few of them had a future where they were going to be allowed to reach adulthood. And here we are, many of them now into their golden years, still thriving, still enjoying everything that they get to do.
Well, I truly hope you enjoyed our time together and learned a few things about turkeys that may have surprised you. We are truly wonderful creatures. Broken Shovels Farm Sanctuary is where people of all ages can come make a meaningful connection with us animals after hearing our stories. We hope to meet you in person at any of our upcoming events. Izelle, signing off.
Keeping the streets safe for everyone is the goal of Littleton Public Works. They've installed many pilot projects as part of the Safe Streets Littleton campaign.
Hi, I'm Littleton City Manager Jim Becklenburg, and this is Around Town with Jim. Everyone has the right to get around safely. That's why the City of Littleton is working hard to make this one of the best cities in the country to get around on foot or bike. It's an effort called Safer Streets Littleton. It's a campaign to improve pedestrian and bicyclist safety through accelerated infrastructure projects, as well as increased police enforcement and driver education. Today, Kenna Davis, Littleton's transportation planner, will tell us how this vision is coming to life. Hi, Kenna.
Hi.
What trends are we seeing nationwide when it comes to pedestrian and bicycle safety? And why is that?
We've seen an increase in bicycle and pedestrian fatalities and serious injuries, both locally and nationwide. And this is due to a combination of factors. Our vehicles are getting larger, we're more distracted than ever with the cell phones in our pockets and all the devices in our cars. Littleton was also built as a suburban environment that prioritized driver convenience over bicycle and pedestrian safety.
So what can we do about this?
Yeah, one thing is we can adjust our built environment to protect bicyclists and pedestrians more. Over the last couple of years, we've really been focusing on some high injury network locations. These were identified in our 2019 Transportation Master Plan. And these are on some of our major roadways such as Mineral, Broadway, Federal, and now we're focusing more on our inner neighborhoods, what we call collector streets. And these are really where people live and get to school. So we're rolling out some different pilot projects this year. This includes some protected bike lanes, which will be the first in the city. We're also doing some pedestrian crossing improvements near parks and trails, and new crosswalks near schools, as well as some traffic calming measures at key locations. We're studying these areas to then roll out on a larger scale in the future and figure out what works best in which location within the context of Littleton.
Sounds like there's a lot going on. What are some of our plans for the future?
We started a school zone safety evaluation this spring, and we actually did school observations at each of the 12 schools within Littleton. We looked at pickup and drop off and determined some conflict zones, and we'll recommend some improvements at each school as well as on city streets. We're also starting a neighborhood traffic calming evaluation, which will look at all of the different traffic calming measures already within the city and then look at best practices nationwide of what new traffic calming measures we can bring to the city. We also deployed some speed feedback signs on key corridors. So this will both alert drivers of their speed and it also collects data in the background. And this will be used on future projects when we look at these corridors holistically. We are also adding some new planning and engineering staff to help with capacity issues as well.
You've talked about our focus on neighborhoods. How are you ensuring that you're responding to what our residents are seeing and experiencing?
Our Traffic Safety Committee meets bi-weekly, and this is a coalition of staff from Public Works, the Police Department, Communications, and the City Manager's Office. And here we talk about any new requests we've received from the Neighborhood Traffic Calming Program, any crashes, and just any other issues that we might be seeing out on the street. We will also be attending the Meet Greet Meets this summer, so residents can talk with staff about our different initiatives. We will also be launching an online survey about pilot projects to solicit feedback that way.
Well, Kenna, I gotta say, it's exciting to see this work moving forward. It's so important for the community. You and your team are doing an outstanding job.
Thanks, Jim.
We want to thank the Rocky Mountain Arsenal National Wildlife Refuge for having us out. We hope you get out and enjoy some wildlife, or at least enjoy the animals in your life. See you next time on Connected Colorado.